Welcome to the Z45 XC service training. Before you can start with this training, we first explain you the objectives and the structure of the course and how to navigate. A safety page is shown to point out to the warning signs to keep you safe while working at the machine. This training is developed on a Z4525XCM with serial number 102 with ALC 500 software S0844101 and +1 software 1272803B and 1275053B. We're using the electrical schematic ES0590. In the future, it is possible that a new document or software is released, so you have to check for the right information for your specific machine. In the familiarization part, we show you the locations of the components and zoomed in parts of the schematics. Click the next button to continue. The Z45 is a machine in the GENIE family equipped with extra capacity. This model has a heavier counterweight by 181 kilos or 400 pounds and is modified in the boom structure so it can reach a restricted platform capacity of 454 kilos or 1000 pounds and a 3-person occupancy. The primary boom is constructed with a harder steel to prevent bending, and the secondary boom is reinforced to carry the extra weight. The lifting cylinders are repositioned and larger in diameter than on a standard Z4525. The machine is equipped with a load sensor. This gives the possibility to measure the load very precise and to handle two different envelopes with different capacities. The load and the position of the primary boom extent will determine in which zone the operator is allowed to work. The unrestricted envelope can handle a platform capacity of maximum 300 kilos or 660 pounds, and the restricted envelope can handle a maximum of 454 kilos or 1000 pounds. The restricted envelope has a 3-person occupancy in the platform. The machine is standard equipped with self-leveling platform, hydraulic platform rotation, proportional joystick controls, telematics ready connector, thumb rocker steering, drive enable, AC power cord to platform, horn, hour meter, tilt alarm, descent and travel alarms, flashing beacon, 355 non-continuously turntable rotation, positive traction drive, 2-speed wheel motors, certified load sensor, a 12-volt DC auxiliary power system, engine protection package, Deutz intake air heater and a swing-out engine tray. GENIE is committed to providing commonality of parts throughout the range of machines. This enables customers to keep stock and cost low on parts. We call them generic systems, and in this machine we are using the following generic systems: closed loop drive system, variable drive pump, 2-speed motors, function pump, differential sensing valve, regen system, oscillating axle, auxiliary pump, high pressure filtration system, low pressure filtration system, Hall effect joysticks, ALC 500 control system, ignition start module and CAN bus. In the rear of the chassis, the floating axle is fitted with the 2 variable speed hydraulic motors with negative brake. Within the chassis, the drive manifold and oscillating control valve are fitted to control the drive system and the front oscillating axle. In the front of the chassis, the oscillating axle is fitted with the variable 2-speed hydraulic motors with negative brake and the cylinders to control the oscillating axle. The steering cylinders are fitted on the back of the front axle. On the left side, the engine is fitted on a swing-out engine tray with a quick disconnect lock. On the engine, the drive and function pump are fitted together with the filtration system. And on the front side of the engine, the tilt sensor is fitted. The pre-glow relay and fuse are brought to the side for easy access, and the battery is fitted behind the engine and easy accessible when the engine has swung out. If you click on the box below, you can have a look behind the engine where you can find the RPM solenoid to control the engine speed. The turntable rotate motor is fitted in the middle of the turntable chassis and easy accessible when the engine has swung out. Closer to the counterweight, the optional hydraulic oil cooler is fitted when installed. On the right side of the machine, the ground control box is fitted to control the machine and to receive information from the display about the status of the machine. Also, the fuel and hydraulic tank are fitted on this side together with the function manifold and the auxiliary system. On the ground control box, the operator can find the controls to pre-glow and start the engine. Select the speed of the engine, use the e-stop for a complete shutdown, and select with the key switch the operator position. With the hour meter, the operator can also see the status of the load sense system and read fault codes. The machine is equipped with circuit breakers to protect the electrical system, and with the enable button we force the operator to use two hands to operate the machine. On the left lower corner, the switch for the auxiliary system is fitted to operate the machine with the auxiliary pump. Inside the ground control box, you will find the electrical components such as the timer relay, all other control relays, the optional oil cooler relay, the load sense module or T-con, and the backup battery. The timer relay is there to keep the T-con or load sense module active when the operator is switching over the key switch to a different operator position. The backup battery supplies bypass power for the T-con, and behind the battery there is a special diode fitted with a low resistance. To have a good understanding about which relay is responsible for which function, we have a page with an explanation in the service manual. From left to right on the top row we see CR80 for telematics, CR1 for starting, CR2 for ignition, CR4 for engine RPM selection, CR5 is the horn relay, CR75 for tilt cutout, which is an option. From left to right on the bottom row we see CR69 for boom extend enable, which is a safety, CR56 for load sense engine cutout, CR55 for load sense ground cutout, CR54 for load sense platform cutout, CR53 for boom extend cutout, and CR18 for platform level cutout, which is an option also. On the back of the ground control box panel we find the diodes to control the direction of the electrical signals from and to the switches. A fixed resistor is installed to control the primary boom speed, and a variable resistor to control the turntable rotate speed. On the decal of the platform control box there are 4 areas to indicate the drive system, engine system, lifting system and auxiliary and optional systems. The LEDs will show the status of the machine and operational or safety limitations. The 2 LEDs with the envelope symbols on top of it show in which zone the operator is allowed to work. When the light for the outer green envelope is lit, a weight smaller than 300 kilos or 660 pounds is in the platform and the machine has unrestricted envelope control. When the light for the inner envelope is lit, a weight larger than 300 kilos or 660 pounds is in the platform until 454 kilos or 1000 pounds. The machine in this case has restricted envelope control. In this situation, the boom extend function is not functional. If we look inside the platform control box, we find on the left side the control module for the contact alarm, and in the middle the ALC 500 board that controls all proportional movements in the machine. On the right side in the platform control box we find the control relays. The explanation for the relays is CR78 is for the proximity switch, is an option. CR87 for the platform tilt, is an option. CR13 for the jib. CR14 for the platform rotate. CR30 and CR27 for lift drive functionality, which is a CE option. And we have a capacitor. The capacitor is there to give the hydraulic system the time to reduce the pressure in the system after a platform rotate function by energizing the function for a brief moment after releasing the toggle switch. To reduce the number of hoses going to the platform, we have a manifold fitted behind the platform that controls the function jib or platform rotate. With one coil we operate two functions and use less hoses in the cable track and have less weight in the boom. The machine shifts back to reduced drive speed when the boom is out of stowed position. On every boom we have a switch which detects the stowed position, and when one or more booms are out of the stowed position, the switch is released or activated, causing the machine to drive at out of stowed speed only. On the secondary boom the switch is on the front pivot. On the primary boom the switch is on the rear pivot, and on the extend the switch is fitted in the rear of the primary boom. On the extend is also a safety switch fitted that prevents the operator to extend when the platform capacity is larger than 300 kilos or 660 pounds. When the turntable is rotated past the rear wheels, it is detected by the limit switch LS3 and the drive is interrupted. The operator has to use the toggle switch in the platform together with the joystick to regain drive functionality. The LED in the platform will blink when drive is interrupted and will turn on steady after activating the toggle switch to indicate the drive is validated.